My name's Daniel. I'm making a video every day until Cleetus invites you to the Freedom Factory. And this is my V8 go-kart. Welcome back, everybody. I appreciate all you guys that are coming back day after day, liking and commenting. I actually had like 27 comments on the previous video in like 3 hours. So you guys rock. I appreciate everything you're doing for me. You're helping the channel grow, and you guys just mean so much to me. Hopefully you're here for something big at the start, and that's just cool. So today we are going to work on this thing some more. I actually ordered some parts last night at 1 in the morning, or 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, I don't know, probably 3 in the morning. And some of them came already. So I have some parts to show you. There's a couple more coming tomorrow. And ultimately today, we're going to start moving this axle backward. I already had this clutch and I had this piece of chain, but these other things I didn't have. So I got a little bit more chain because I was worried that I'd have just not enough chain. That was kind of the fear in the back of my head. So I just got some more to cross that fear out of my mind. I got another brake band because the one on there, the rubber shoe part of it, or I guess it's not rubber, whatever it's made of, fell out. So I got a new one for $10 so we have some kind of brakes to start out with. And then I got this big 60 tooth gear. So by calculations online, this is 10 tooth, this is 60. The tires are roughly 14.5 inches. The top speed at 5,500 would be about 37 miles an hour is what it's telling me. So it's not gonna be a rocket ship or anything. This is literally just to get it driving around. I'm hopeful that this is big enough that it'll move around without totally smoking the clutch if we're easy on it. But I don't know. That's something we just got to play around with and find out. But I'm happy that we got this already because this is going to help us figure out where to put the axle and get it dialed in. So think of the clutch as like training wheels or just to shake it down. I want to get it moving so we can figure out what else needs to be done before we put all this power, directly to the wheels. And I also think it's going to help the channel grow to have this thing driving around, even if it's slow. And then we can upgrade to the Harley transmission or the CVT, whatever one we're going to do, hopefully here in the near future. But this will get it working, and I think it'll help grow the channel. We can shake down brakes and steering and all that stuff. We'll start out with the crappy brake, but before we do any of the drivetrain stuff, we could upgrade to like a really badass brake and make sure it works, get it up to 20 and try and lock them up and stuff like that. So I think it just opens up a lot more options, and that's why I'm gonna spend a little bit of time doing it. I don't think it's gonna be that hard to do. That'll be fun anyway, so whatever. It might blow up, we'll see. But that's the plan. Let's dive in. I'm gonna show you a couple other things and then we'll start cutting things off. We're gonna move the go-kart axle back where this bigger tire is. And we're gonna eventually use the bigger tires, but we're just gonna stick with the smaller ones for now because our clutch is already stressed to the max. So we don't need to stress it anymore with bigger tires. But we're gonna put it about here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move that mount back to where it needs to go. But I did also order other bearings, and they're gonna mount as close to the wheel as possible, and we're gonna put something that comes out for those to mount on. That way we have more support because this axle was bending under the weight. I think that's gonna work to at least drive it around. And I think we'll be able to upgrade down the road because I think the bearing mounts are kind of universal. So if we stepped up to like 1.25 inch axle, I think it's gonna be just fine. We can just use the same mounts and upgrade everything on the axle that needs upgraded. And then over here, I got a silicone 90 for here. I think if we cut it, it'll probably come right in front of this bar, and then we can go that way and up a little, and that'll give us some more room for the gear here. The clutch is just gonna go in the back of the crank. We're gonna just figure that out with a welder and some metal, and we'll get that done. And we'll have to extend this brake, this rod, but it'll pretty much just be extended back here and move this little mount thing there, and that's it. We'll have some kind of brake. So that's pretty much it. That's the plan. we need to cut this axle off and just start moving it back, welding things on. I think we're gonna have to disassemble it to get it off. I did pick up some of these nuts for the seat, so I'm actually gonna put these in really quick and just roughly bolt the seat in, just because that's been bugging me and it's, I don't know, it's flopping around. So I'm just gonna do that really quickly. It took a little bit of messing around. There's these bolts sticking up, so I had to make some notches for the heads to sit in, stuff like that. That's a little notch for the bar that comes along the back there. So I had to mess around a little bit, but I got it to fit and we're gonna screw it on. We got the seat on there. Finally, took a little longer than I expected. These are sticking up a little bit, but I still need to put one washer and a lock washer. So they will all be below the surface, just barely. So only this will be on your butt, and there'll probably be a little bit of foam or something, and then some kind of covering eventually. So that'll be just fine the way it is. And that's a good way to do your go-kart seat if you haven't done one before. Then you don't have a bolt poking in the butt. Now that that's taken care of, we can start moving this axle back. I think I'm gonna pop the wheels off too, because they're really janky. They kind of wiggle around. They're not solidly attached to the axle. So I don't know if the keyway's messed up or something. That needs investigated. And it would also be nice to drill a hole through here so we could put a cotter pin on the end, because we don't want the wheels coming off. I had that happen once, and it resulted in the go-kart flipping over about 4 times at like 40 or 50 miles an hour. And I got lucky on that one, but I don't want it to happen again. So I'm gonna pop the wheels off and then probably take the whole axle out, and we can cut this thing off and move it back and stuff. I'm probably gonna also put the go-kart up higher if I can, and if I feel safe doing that, because it would be easier to get in there to work on it without it being down here. If it was up here, it would be a lot more comfortable. So I'm gonna try and do that as well. Okay, I got the axle out of there. I need to clean it up so I can get the bearings and everything off. I'm gonna wire wheel it. My phone's plugged in because it's about to die, so I can't get any closer. So I'm gonna start wire wheeling and all that stuff and try and get everything apart and just kind of start from scratch. I got the axle broke down, cleaned up. I'm gonna slide this gear on, and I'm gonna slide it in under here and try and maybe put it on jack stands or wood or something, get it in place. And I'll use the old mounts as a frame of reference to keep it square. And we're gonna try and sit it in there and just see if we can get it where it needs to be and go from there. All right, I got the axle kind of sat in here, but these jack stands are honestly a little high, and the front ones are lower. The only bad thing is I could swap those, but the axles were pretty much like even before, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to swap them though anyway and just roll with it. So I'm gonna swap the front for the back, and then those will be shorter, and I think the axle will sit in a better spot because it needs to be a lot lower. It's already like right against the frame, and that's just too high. So the shorter jack stands are working out a lot better. I'm playing around with the positioning. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it back any more than that, but I'm just playing around, trying to get it in the best position possible. I don't have the 90-degree coolant thingy right here, so I don't know if that's gonna work just yet. I think it might though, because it would come straight off of here, it would 90 and go up. It might be a little close. So I don't know if we could go back anymore without dropping it down anymore, is the only thing. So I'm sitting here just pondering all that, if it's worth going down another inch, if it's gonna be weird or what. That's what I've been trying to figure out for the past half an hour. So I've got the axle right about where I want it. I think it's gonna look perfect once we eventually get those big tires on there. And the front is about 2 inches higher than it normally would be with those jack stands. I had it level, now it's about 2 inches higher. So the rake isn't gonna be anywhere near as bad as it looks on here. It will have some rake, but it won't be too bad. So I think that's gonna work. It's gonna get it back a lot further. And there is some room for this gear to work. So I think this gear is gonna work out well. Of course, this chain might be exactly the right length, maybe. And I think the 90-degree is gonna work on here. We could always weld a little piece of plate on here or something as a guard, but I think this is gonna work. I am a little hesitant to do anything until I get that 90-degree thing over there. I'm a little bit skeptical doing anything, but I don't know, it's probably fine, honestly. So maybe I'll start making some mounts. I think I'm gonna leave these here because they're a great point of reference, but maybe I'll make some mounts going down right here. I wanted to show also quick the regular tires that we're gonna end up using. It does look a little goofy this way, I feel like. It looks a little bit less like a go-kart, it looks stretched. But this is what we'll do at first. But I think it's a good reference of how far back we're moving it. So you can see the mounts right there. They're just in front of the tire. And then remember, the tire was pretty close to that crank pulley. We're down maybe like 2 inches maximum lower. So that's a little bit better as well. And then it fits that big tire once we graduate to that. So I think I'm pretty happy with this. There's only one other thing we're gonna have to think about is we're gonna have to do, obviously we're gonna do mounts like this over here. I might just use flat stock to start because of the way we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna have another mount out here for those other bearings I'm gonna get tomorrow. So I might not go crazy on this tonight because I'm gonna get those parts tomorrow and I can kind of do this all as one. But I think it'll be flat stock for this bearing. This bearing comes with a plate, and then I have some angle iron. So I think I'm probably gonna do piece of angle iron on each side to tie those together, and possibly one on the bottom as well. And then I can tie it in this way, maybe to this bar or something like that. That way it has some support from it bending upward. That's the whole point. We don't want it to be weak or anything like that. So that's why we're putting another bearing further out. So I think that's how we're gonna tackle that problem. And then we will come underneath right here on this inside frame rail with another bar. So like, I cut a piece from there. So we're gonna do something like that. So that's gonna strengthen this whole back up once we get there. And that's kind of the plan. I don't know if I wanna go much further though tonight without having those other parts. So I might be able to do a little bit more tonight. The bearings I'm getting have plates that are 4 inches tall. So what I could potentially do is cut 4-inch lengths out of this. So we have 4 of those to mount our bearings on that we have already. And then I think I have to wait on this because I need to see where that plate's gonna sit. But I think that the angle is gonna go on top of both of those plates. So it'll go on top of these and those plates I get. We'll have to figure out the length and all that once we get everything. And it'll kind of be like a box then. And then I might also put angle on the bottom, I'm not sure. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Obviously the bolts have to come out too, so that's another thing. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I can probably cut 4-inch lengths out of the flat stock to get that started. I think 5 inches is the length I need for the pieces of angle iron. I'm gonna cut 4 of them to start out. I might do more, but I'm gonna start out with 4 and see how that works out. All right, so basically what'll happen is we'll We'll weld these in like that on each end. And then I'm gonna get a plate with the other bearings, and that'll go right on this end. So one bearing go here, one bearing go here. It'll just help strengthen the axle up. And that's all we have time for tonight. Hopefully those parts come in early tomorrow and we can hop right on this thing early and get a bunch done. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, everyone that's coming back, day after day, everyone that's commenting, liking, subscribed. I appreciate you guys. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's gonna help me complete this thing. I know everybody that's tuning into this wants to see this thing done, so please help me out. Subscribe, tell your friends, all that great stuff. I'm making a video every single day, so tune in tomorrow when we keep working on this V8 go-kart.